Hi everyone, in this video I will be explaining you the different factors which are affecting the enzyme activity. So the enzyme activities are regulated by these following factors. The first one is the pH of the medium, the second one is the pH of the the temperature of the medium, and the third one is the concentration of the enzyme molecule and the concentration of the substrate molecule. Let's see one by one. So the first one is the effect of pH on enzyme molecule. So each enzyme molecule having their maximum activity at a particular pH, that is known as optimum pH of that enzyme molecule. So any change in that optimum pH or in any change in that pH of the medium, that will reduce the activity of that enzyme molecule. So whenever there is a change in pH, so all of you know regarding the structure of an enzyme molecule, the enzyme molecule having an active site, and active site is occupied by the substrate molecule, and enzyme molecules are protein in nature, so it is made of amino acid residues. So the active site of an enzyme molecule having a specific amino acid residues, and this amino acid residues having their specific charge, and that charge is essential for the normal enzyme substrate interaction. So whenever there is a change in the pH of the medium, that will change the charge of the amino acid residues present at the active site of the enzyme molecule. So that will reduce the interaction between this enzyme molecule and the substrate. So whenever there is a slight change in pH, that will alter the net charge on the amino acid residues at the active site. So that will reduce the interaction of the enzyme molecule with the substrate. So that will reduce the enzyme velocity. So whenever there is an extreme change in pH, that will denature the enzyme molecule. So when we plot a graph of the pH against the enzyme activity or the reaction velocity, we will get a bell-shaped curve. Here the x-axis represents the pH of the medium and the y-axis represents the reaction velocity, and the enzyme molecule having maximum reaction velocity at a particular pH, that is known as the optimum pH. So each enzyme molecule having their maximum activity at optimum pH. Any change in pH, either increase or decrease, will reduce the activity of an enzyme molecule. So that's all regarding the effect of pH on enzyme molecule. In case of pepsin enzyme, that pepsin enzyme having their maximum activity at a pH of 2, and this shape of this graph is known as bell-shaped curve. Coming to the second factor, that is the effect of temperature on enzyme activity. So it is also similar to the pH. Each enzyme molecule having maximum activity at their optimum pH. And in case of our enzyme molecule present in our body fluid, most of the enzyme having maximum activity at a temperature of normal body temperature, that is 37 degrees Celsius. That is the optimum temperature of enzyme molecule present in our body fluid. So any change in this temperature will reduce the activity of an enzyme molecule. So here also we will get a bell-shaped curve. Here the x-axis represents the temperature of the medium, y-axis represents the reaction velocity, and enzyme molecule having maximum activity at a temperature which is known as the optimum temperature, and the enzyme activity reduces any change in the optimum temperature. Coming to the third factor, that is the effect of enzyme concentration on the reaction velocity. So whenever there is adequate amount of substrate, the reaction velocity is directly proportional to the concentration of the enzyme molecule. So when we plot a graph of reaction velocity against the enzyme concentration, we will get a straight line. Only there is one criteria: there should be adequate amount of substrate. So this graph represents the enzyme concentration against the reaction velocity. The enzyme reaction velocity is directly proportional to the concentration of the enzyme if there is sufficient substrate. And the next one is the effect of substrate concentration on the reaction velocity. Here we will get a specific curve, that is known as hyperbolic curve. So here the x-axis represents the substrate concentration and the y-axis represents the reaction velocity. The initial part of the graph represents a straight line, that is the reaction velocity is directly proportional to the substrate concentration. So the initial part of the graph produces a straight line. So at a particular, after reaching a particular point, there is no further increase in the reaction velocity. At that point, all the enzyme molecules are saturated with this substrate molecule. So after this point, if you add more substrate, there won't be further increase in enzyme molecule, because there won't be any free enzyme molecule. All these enzyme molecules are saturated with all the available substrate. So after that particular point, there won't be any further increase in reaction velocity. So this graph will produce a specific shape that is known as hyperbolic curve. So at low substrate concentration, the enzyme molecules are free initially, and the enzyme substrate complex formation is directly proportional to the substrate concentration. At high substrate concentration, all the enzyme molecules are saturated with the substrate molecule. So after that saturation point, there won't be further changing enzyme activity. That result in hyperbolic curve. Here just note these two terms. One is Vmax, then the second one is the Km value. And Vmax means the maximum reaction velocity attained by an enzyme molecule. So Vmax is the maximum reaction velocity attained by the enzyme molecule. Here the x-axis represents the substrate concentration, and half the maximum velocity is known as half Vmax, and the substrate concentration corresponding to the half Vmax, that is known as Km value. So Vmax is the maximum reaction velocity obtained by an enzyme molecule in presence of excess substrate, that is known as Vmax, or maximum reaction velocity. Coming to the second term, that is Km value or Michels constant. So from this graph it is clear that Km value is the substrate concentration. Here the x-axis represents substrate concentration. So Km value is the substrate concentration at half the maximum velocity. So Km value is the substrate concentration at half Vmax. Coming to the Km value has some significance regarding enzyme substrate interaction. So Km value is a constant for a particular enzyme substrate system, and this Km value represents the affinity of an enzyme molecule towards their substrate. It is an inverse relation. So it is inversely proportional to the affinity of an enzyme molecule for their substrate. So if the Km value is higher, that enzyme molecule having least affinity for their substrate. If the enzyme molecule having higher affinity, their corresponding Km value will be very low. So that's all regarding the different factors which are affecting the enzyme activity, and all these graphs are important for your exam. If it is a 5-mark question, you have to draw this graph also. So in case of pH and temperature, the graph will be bell-shaped curve, and in case of enzyme concentration, it is a straight line, and in case of substrate concentration, the graph is a hyperbolic curve. Okay, thank you.